their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, we're in the presence of a true great of Italian football.
You're talking Bergomi?
Yeah, he can perform anywhere across the back four.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And here's Romario. Romario charging forward, the ball at his feet. Seedorf with the foul. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. And the pass is intercepted. Milan controlling the possession in this early phase. Seedorf. And it's Van Dijk. And here's Romario. Yaya Toure. Pele. Now it's Rodri.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, super find. Maldini. First quarter of an hour gone. Threads one in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bergomi has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Pass is just off target. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Vieira. Yaya Toure. He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Pele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Seedorf. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that should get the job done. Yaya Toure touches it back. And it's Yaya Toure. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Nedved. Oh, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Gullit, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Nedved. Now it's Rodri. Vieira. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Bergomi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Here's Rodri. Nedved. Cafu. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Eto'o. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11. Messi.
There's the start of the second half.
Lasciano il campo per
Both sides
il numero
defensively
23,
robust up to now.
Ronaldinho. Il numero 20. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He's had it taken off him. Rodri. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Rodri. That's Vieira. And here's Dembele. That is good alertness. It's Vieri!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. This is the time you need that pace.
Cruyff. Looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Thuram. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.000
So we have our
spettatori.
breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's an excellent interception. And here's Del Piero. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Tries to pass it through, and he was alert to it. Cleared without hesitation. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Cruyff quietly revving up. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Look at the space here. Shoots! Nesta getting this one clear. Thuram looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Just about up to 75 minutes. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Gullit might just make this, but that has not gone well. Yaya Toure. Now it's Vieri.
That's going in strongly. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Looking for options for movement.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And this is Dembele. And this is Vieri. Now that looks a decent ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruyff. Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. Shot could be on. Cruyff! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
It's their second corner of the game. Gullit can get it clear. Played back towards his own goal.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Arsenal on the spot for parity. What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
Once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Now it's Rodri. And this is Vieri.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Looking to play him in. Great defending, strong and determined. That's that, the end. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Romario voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. The action has already started.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that.
And Bebeto! No, not quite. That's a little off target. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Dembele. Messi. Strokes it back. Nedved. That is lovely. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Del Piero goes on a run down the left wing. And that could set him on his way. And he's heaved it away. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Del Piero. Seedorf. And it's Messi. Well, there's the clearance. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Cleared without complication.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Pullet looking to get on the end of this. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nedved. Now it's Rodri. That's been slipped through. Still goalless at the moment. And it's Nedved. Great vision. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now it's Messi. So what can they make of this? Yaya Toure. And here's Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Del Piero, and this is Bebeto. Bebeto! Oh, he's been caught up this time, surely! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Seedorf. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he thumps it clear. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Messi running with the ball. Now, can they get him away? There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Arsenal get the second half started. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Good read, needed to be. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Pelé.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Hullet. Milan with the corner, there first. Cleared away. Looking for options for movement. The ball has bounced loose now.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Always onto this. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Nedved. Rodri is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And this is Nedved, driving on and making good progress. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would...
Nedved! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he's intervened well there. Opportunity for Arsenal to break. And he's gone looking for safety. Nicely spread. Cafu has it in a wide position. The ball goes in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and he plays one through. Leicester cannot be beaten that easily. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Oh, that's a key interception. Toure looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Pelé. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a good-looking... He rises! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he can clear it away. Gullit might just make this. Time and again they are repelled. Yaya Toure conjures time and space where few can. Nedved knocks it into space.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And it's Rodri. Tries to play it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Foot in. Can he get it through? Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that looks a decent ball. Out of play for a goal kick.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Romario. And that could set him on his way. And the finish! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. Oh, great save by Dina. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's got his cross in. And that should get the job done. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6, numero 21. Lasciano il campo.
And the action is back underway.
23, Ronaldinho.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Looking to play him in. And he's picked it up out wide. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. And he thumps it clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
But here's Messi. He can get that clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
He's having a shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
60 minutes played. Now it's Rodri. Rodri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Vieira, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Vieira. Eto'o shapes to shoot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up.
And he's had a hit! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Nicely weighted ball. That is good alertness. A good-looking ball. Oh, can he get onto this? That pass has been well intercepted. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And the counter is on. Gullit tries to pass it through. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, what a... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Cafu. Gullit. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Picked out brilliantly. Goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Now it's Eto'o. Gilberto Silva. Cafu. Now it's Bebeto.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's heaved it away. Pedri. Cafu. Messi. And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations, and I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.